I hope you're having a great one. I'm here with the Mike Nichols from LotLauncher to talk a little bit, real quick, that there is opportunities for you to build on your land. All right, so Mike, we're sitting down here today. I'm really excited because I found the lot of my dreams.
Oh man,
I'm so excited that I've heard through the grapevine from my amazing real estate team at Jon Bye and Associates that sometimes land can be a little tricky.
it can. Yeah.
So if, like right now, what should be the things that I am trying to find out or questions that I should be asking when, you know, I'm identifying these pieces of land? Like, I found this place, I really like it, it's in the right school district, it's close to my family, but that's all I got. Like, where do you start? Like, how do you get that going?
And, you know, if it's in the right location, right price, then it's always worth making an offer.
Okay.
Now, LotLauncher puts in safeguards to make sure that we're supporting you, right? So one of the biggest safeguards we have is, for instance, if you make an offer, it's accepted, you enter into feasibility, you pay for a feasibility with us, we say, well, there's nothing on it that we see that would stop you right now. If grandma appears to you in a dream with her hair on fire, and says walk away from this now, the next feasibility is on us. Because
okay,
the average,
so okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. So that's huge, right? If you're getting in the game and you want to buy your own property to build on, this is the biggest challenge, right? I think for a lot of people is, I'm making this time commitment, this financial commitment, and then you walk down the path and then it just blows up. The dream killer shows up, right? And there's no way to move forward. But now there's more hope. Like the next one, you don't have to go, at least from a financial aspect, like I really appreciate that because it can get tricky. And so at first, if you're thinking about doing this or jumping in, you'll sit down and talk to somebody about this even before they go pen to paper, right? Like because calling you and saying, hey, type in this tax ID, you're gonna have so much more knowledge just by what you know and all the stuff you've gone through, right? That's why we're always trying to seek good counsel, because of all the experience that you've had. So you can help us make a better educated decision right up front versus tying it up under contract and then trying to figure it all out after that.
So in those instances, when somebody's early in on this, we always say, you know, let's schedule a block of time to do a buildability consultation. We get calls all the time, hey, I want to be in by end of August. Okay, and is this a house that's already being built? Or because I have to go through this process, and this process just to start building a house. So helping people with expectations, you know, can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming to them. But it's important information, right? So time and money, we got to know that. And that's all free. That's all we provide, at least 10 a day.
Wow.
So it's great.
And that's awesome, just being armed with a little bit more information to make that educated decision right out of the gate. You know, we always tongue-in-cheek the dream killer thing, but I feel like a lot of us, we always get so excited at the opportunity. Like there's this pent-up emotion, and we're just like, you're already envisioning like playing in the backyard with your kids or whatever that looks like. But we gotta get realistic on, all right, if we're going this direction, like what is actually involved in this process? Because it is such a big undertaking.
Clients, they are smart enough to do this, they're capable to do it, but they just don't have anybody laying out what's next and what's after that, and so on and so forth. And when we empower through education, not only does the customer's experience improve, but the likelihood of them actually performing and being able to build a home or whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish goes up dramatically.
For people that might be watching this video that have land to sell, the biggest challenge that we have all the time is that folks come to us, right? We know as much as the seller can relate to us, but so you have a product to where you can help come and assist our sellers with doing work up front to give a buildability score. That's the tongue twister right there.
That's right.
So from like on a scale of 1 to 10, like this is going to be like, you know, a reasonable experience, or you're going to be like clawing uphill trying to make something happen.
Well, not just that, you know, we're certifying for 6 months that this is buildable. So that's a big deal. So ask any other specialist, civil engineer, anybody like that to certify that something's buildable. Not gonna happen. And so from our company perspective, we're always trying to connect those dots for people. And so that buildability certificate actually says recertify for 6 months that you can build, and then we provide a list of what you can build there.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, and then we're going to provide a list that says not just a 1 through 10 on how easy it is based on development and existing conditions and things like that. We're going to provide a path forward for you. So from a selling perspective, I don't want to interject liability.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to tell somebody that you can do something if they can't, and then have them ask me question after question after question if I'm the seller, because that puts me in a different space. Yeah. Right. And so what we try to do is we try to provide this information to people up front, but then pull that trigger and say, not only am I able to do this, but LotLauncher also provided a roadmap to completion, a site plan that I can show my friends and family, and the risks associated, the costs associated with doing it. And so really the next step is let's get permits. We're able to provide all of that for a client from a seller's perspective, and then the feasibility is for a buyer's.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's so much unknown, and for the average Joe or Jane to try to get out there and get stuff done, like to go in and be like, I want to try to figure out all this information and all these codes based off of this one like specific area. There's just so much work
John,
involved.
I'll tell you, it's not just the code. It's not like a municipal code. You've got a municipal code, then you have health code, and sometimes they can contradict one another if you're just looking at it on paper. And sometimes, like I think I said to you, like in King County, there's a 5-acre rule for a well. That rule is not in water. Yeah, it's in the septic section. Just
very interesting. Just the little caveats, these little tiny pieces that you got to put together. It's like this, 1,000-piece puzzle that you got to try to make happen to get to the end. There's so many folks that over the years have come and said, I want to do this, I want to do this. And our thing was always like, are you sure? Because, knowing what we know, like it's really challenging, but there's not a lot of services out there that you provide, like folks like you that can go out there and take that off, right? I feel so much more empowered now to be able to have a conversation about land in a positive light, because most of the time land is just like, man, it's just painful.
There was no one for me.
Yeah.
And my wife, when we started looking into land and wanting to build out, there were the normal people that you go to, and it was let's get that started. It's XYZ number of dollars, and I'll meet you there. Yeah.
And the power of expectations, right? I think that look through all of our experiences and anything that we do with life, it's like, okay, what's up next? Where have we been? Where are we at? And where are we going? And let's just constantly reassess that position. And so what the next steps are, and feel like the communication aspect is the one thing that seems to break down. And I feel like through all the interactions that we've had and that our clients have had with you, I get nothing but raving fans. Like I knew what was going on, right? Like that's the important part, is like I just know what's happening.
And so clients have not only the opportunity to like allow us just to do our job and then present it, or they have the opportunity to actually take part in that too. When you're under contract, you're within a feasibility period before you ever purchase with LotLauncher, we're doing an on-site physical inspection, just like with the home inspection. Okay. And what we do on that on-site inspection is we look at ingress, egress, and utility, because you have to have it in order to build. And then we're looking for existing conditions that may impact building. Okay. And so we actually write down, if I were in your shoes and I was going to do a feasibility on my own, I would start here. Okay. Or if you want, we have this product at LotLauncher that we can help you with. It's totally free. Totally free. And we understand that people want to do some things on their own. Okay. And we'll support them. Absolutely. But the feasibility is there for those people who want to do the development on their own too, because now they have a roadmap to completion, they have that site plan, and they know where to start. So, and they know how much it's going to cost and how long it should take.
That's awesome.
So those really 4 main key issues in a feasibility.
I like it.
Yeah.
So if you were to give one piece of advice to a buyer out there looking to purchase land, like what's the one hang up that people get, or one thing that you would want to empower them to know, like this is the one thing to do for sure?
So get a team that understands feasibility, land, understands the transaction itself, Builders are great. They'll come out too, totally for free to your site.
Mhm.
If you're under contract, you own the property, and they'll help you as
Yeah.
well. But you have to have a team around you.
Yeah.
Because it shares the risks associated, and it's just more eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if you know, like, and trust these people, then there's no reason not to move forward when they give advice.
Mhm.
Right. I think that's really the key.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 I think everything in life, you always got to have a good team surrounding you. Trying to go
Yeah.
on your own,
Yeah.
very tough. Very, very tough.
It is. It
Yeah.
is tough. Yeah. We're opening up the market to make sure that not only are brokers supported and their clients are supported, but that the ROI on their business doesn't suffer in that process.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, totally. And I think that a lot of folks out there, though, there's probably tons of people that we don't even get the opportunity to help that are just out there that have questions. And then I think probably 95% of the industry, there's just not enough knowledge out there and not enough places. Like, we always want to be able to refer people to the right person or the right team.
Mhm.
And we never ever want to try to send them back into the internet. Like, cross your fingers, good luck, right? Do your research.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing. And because people don't start with a good team, set the good expectations, the majority of the conversations that we have around land are challenging.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the products that you offer, the communication skills that you have, I think we can kind of start to right that ship on the trend being people having more success stories. And I think that in life, if we can change one family at a time, one person at a time, to now they've like, man, like, this was actually, like, it was a lot of work, but I felt supported and I knew what was going on through the process. Now those people will speak their truth.
Right.
That is now something fun and inspiring, and
Yeah.
hopefully, helps folks continue down that trend.
Yeah.
So
We're excited as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It really does help.
So if you need help with land, any type of land, anywhere, anything
Washington,
land.
Oregon, Idaho,
Oh,
and Hawaii.
Okay, there we go.
So far.
Yeah, so
So
far. So make sure that you're reaching out to Mike and his team at LotLaunchers. They're going to take great care of you. I know if I ever want to do anything, you're my first person to call. So
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
absolutely. Thanks so much for your time.